quite aware that there was such thing as God or church until I started going to a camp called Madiba around 5 or 6 years old. And then when I was about 9, we started coming to this church, and I got a little bit more of a clue of what to expect with God. Once I found out that church meant an early morning on Sunday and sitting and learning, getting me to go was agony. However, once I was there, getting me to leave was just as hard, as I really enjoyed the people that I was with. Yet this routine happened every time my mom told me we would be going to church. Around this time, Madiba started to become something I really looked forward to every summer. And it was and still is a very special place for me when it comes to my walk with God. As a camper, I would come back from the summer absolutely on fire for God and church and wanting to learn more. But inevitably, I would lose interest as I wasn't surrounded by the people that caught my fire. As I got older, I did the LIT program at Madiba, and my passion would last a lot longer when I came back from the summers. Pastor Andrew and I would go for walks, and we would chat, we did Bible studies, and during the first few months of COVID, continued those on Zoom. I slowly started to drift away from God and the church yet again, but this time I became a person that I still look back on with deep regret, sadness, and shame. I surrounded myself with people that made bad decisions and made them seem like something I should be proud of. I kept falling deeper into the worldly things, and eventually I would end up putting all of my energy into work, chasing money, talking with girls, and the occasional weekend party. I never went to church, never picked up my Bible, and the only thing I would pray for would be for personal gain and asking God for things I clearly didn't deserve at the time. Everything took a dramatic shift in August of 2022. Driving into work, I got in a car accident that stopped my plan for life completely in its tracks. I now suddenly had lots of free time and couldn't put all of my focus on work as I was on medical leave recovering from a concussion. After going to a friend's mom's funeral and hearing a pastor speak about the amazing ways God impacted her life and how she completely gave herself to him and his works, I felt really called to go back to church. It took me some time to convince myself to go since I hadn't been in many years. With all the extra free time though, I had no excuses to want to sleep in on a Sunday like I used to. I still remember when I finally came back my first day. Colleen greeted me at the door with a huge smile on her face and was genuinely so excited and happy to see me back. After the service, Andrew was the exact same, and along with many other people. I knew that being back at church was where I was supposed to be. Within the first few weeks, God's hand had already started making so many major impacts on my life. I was feeling a shift in my heart to focus on Him. I knew that I needed the change, and the only reason it came was because of God. After a few months, my friend Emma and I joined forces to start a young adults group with a heavy nudge from Andrew and Lenita. I knew that I needed to build a community of people that I could lean on when I started to fault, and that I could openly pursue God with in a safe environment. I also knew that if I needed this, other people would too. We faced many challenges and questions, but these have only made my trust in Him stronger as He continues to show Himself through the solutions and answers. I've gone through deep stages of feeling like a fraud in my faith due to my past and knowing that I was not living a God-honoring life by any means. I talked myself out of baptism many times as I never felt deserving of it. But as I've been reading through the Bible, it becomes so clear that no one is deserving of God's mercy, grace, forgiveness, or love. All of these things and more I am so grateful for. I know I still have a lot of growing to do, struggles like pride and temptation to work on, but I wouldn't be capable of fixing these things without Him in my corner. I know that God has surrounded me by a community that loves me and supports me. I've deeply learned that His plan, which we may not and probably won't understand, is always so much better than ours. And it's my goal to allow Him to have control over my life from this point forward, because I've proven that I'm not capable of doing life without Him. Thank you.